Smash Bros. Is a really good start. If they went to Smash Bros. And they did go to Smash Bros. It's a really good start.
All right.
Always going Marth, so it doesn't matter anymore.
That's different than expected.
So this is apparently like a really hard matchup for Peach. A lot of Peach players don't like it. I don't think it's as bad as Cloud. I kind of think it's like whatever. It's definitely a hard matchup because she can't really float because of course she's gonna get tip paired. But it's like
that could also happen. Oh, with the platform moving too, unfortunately, not enough percentage for.
That wasn't even tipper.
No, that was not tipper. There was not a lot of percentage on that. Nameless really couldn't get too much. Although it is a sign for player 4 that he's got to kick it up a notch if he's going to be playing off against Nameless.
And like Marth can kind of just mash out of Peach's stuff, like stuff like that. Like that, it's real. Like he kind of doesn't care about turnips either because fair is a thing. Like this matchup is really just boiled down to fair, nair, occasionally up air, and the mash out of combos.
Or you could just two-frame with forward smash.
That too.
Really
that's
good call out from Nameless. So
I did not think that was going to work on Peach because the umbrella, like that hurt box is really.
That's
like,
safe.
It's like like like.
I gotta
Nameless
say,
is okay.
you know, do not be dissuaded by the Gill mask. This man is really putting in the work.
He's really out here.
Like his movement looking clean, his spacing is actually fire.
Yeah, you know, he went from Captain Falcon and like straight mashing to playing Marth. Like, okay, never mind, doesn't really have that much good DI, but it's okay.
My man had the piston mashing of a lifetime to now is just calculated murder. But player 4 is not looking to turn down from this anytime soon. It's worth noting that he does practice this matchup fairly often with Mr. E.
And it is one of her hard matchups. So.
And if there's any player to practice Marth and Lucina against,
Mr. E.
E is definitely the one.
So he tried to go for down tilt and the first hit of up air into any like sort of combo after that. Because the first hit of up air meteors. So he could have did up air float cancel meteor and then like from there kind of just like does whatever he wants.
Yeah, player 4, he's told me in the past how he doesn't like a lot of the footstool combos just because generally speaking they're not as practical. They're very executionary heavy and they're also just difficult to consistently put out.
Me and player 4 have a very similar mindset about Peach where we believe that it's not about the movement, it's more so about your applications of her moves like fair and nair and like down air. Because even though you're pressing the same like 5 buttons with Peach, like you have it like there are different playstyles to this character, and like the movement is there. Like you have to have movement to an extent, but you don't need like heavy hitting combos. You don't need these footstool combos. Her combos do enough damage as is. Like their fair does 25%, and that adds up really quick for a character like Peach.
Like she's got the Build-A-Bear combos on deck, and player 4 is definitely a good practitioner of those. Just because
and she's dead. Oh no,
like,
good DI, wow.
Like space with forward air as well as you can. Use nair to break as many combos as you can. He uses vegetable pull really just to occupy space. Those turnips are just there just to close off a lane. And this is being played extremely well from player 4. Nameless looking to take up all of the space. Backdoor from center stage.
Nameless is kind of going back to his Captain Falcon ways right now. He's kind of just like hitting buttons with no real purpose to them. Like right now, I think he should just play to the grab, you know?
Give him the wave.
He has to play to the grab. At that percent, just grab.
Yo,
you just gotta grab him, bro. Like,
there's no grab in sight there. Right. And I feel like player 4's movement was very akin to the assumption where he knew that at any point, Nameless could have just gone in for the grab. Like, he could have just done it.
He definitely has the better movement out of, like, the Peach players in New York. He has the best one. He has the best movement, period.
It's what he practices the most.
Yeah.
It's what really, I feel like, keeps him on par, because when we do travel, and me and Player 4 travel a lot, you often see he will dance around his opponents.
Like he was legitimately dancing around Nameless right now. Like Nameless couldn't get the grab, couldn't get anything, because he was just straight dancing around him.
He gave him the Irish step, and I really like it.
Yeah, it's
it's one of his signature qualities as a player, even if he's not playing Peach. But it's his Peach that we're seeing, and we're going to be seeing it again on Town and City. This stage is... I'll be honest with you right now.
I don't know.
I think this is looking good for player 4 right now.
Yeah, I don't know why he picked this stage. Like, because then it turns into FD, right? And then it's like...
That's where player 4 wants it to be.
Yeah, like, okay. This is a really weird stage pick, in my opinion.
I mean, either way, Nameless can make it work. We saw how well the beginning of Game 1 went for him. We saw that he was able to put in mad work.
Yeah.
But it's not as dire of a situation. We have dead even percentages right now. Nameless trying to establish some sort of stage control. But I think Player 4's made the adaptation to how Nameless is playing Marth and trying to adjust accordingly.
Yeah, he's trying to steal, like Nameless is he's trying really hard to steal a lot of Player 4's turns. And I'm going to be honest, it's not against Peach, like you don't really want to do it that much. Like yes, you are allowed to mash in this matchup, but you're not, it's not like a very prevalent thing because of course he's moving around. Like he's moving around you, he's dancing around you. So it's like, you at this point, like at this percent, what you should do is just grab. Play to the grab, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Micro-spacing is incredibly key to racking up any type of pressure through attacks.
That's it. That's all. That's all you have to do.
Give him the Altian fling to get him out of there. However, Nameless sitting at 109 in counting, and these are looking at rough percentages, especially Player 4 gets his heels back on the ground.
This match was definitely hard for Peach, but I mean, I've seen Player 4. You know, obviously, last game showed a lot. So.
Especially if we're coming down with that drop zone fair again.
Good check, honestly.
I mentioned microspacing earlier on, and in reference to how Nameless needs to try and control space, or at least take it back from Player 4. And I feel like the aspect of microspacing is also pivotal to how Player 4 needs to keep himself alive. Because Peach has a lot of combo breaking tools between Nair and back air that she's constantly able to keep Nameless in check. However, if Player 4 is able to make the most out of his tools and their range, I feel like he'll consistently be able to come out on top over Nameless.
Ooh. Wow, okay. He almost died too.
Yeah, that was really good DI.
The next hit, the next like zipper, fair, like back air is going to do a lot of some serious damage. Probably the back air will definitely kill, but I don't know about the fair. He's at Grat's percent almost, because you are on town, so it's like.
Oh my God, that would have been an amazing option.
I like that. We were talking about that earlier. We were talking about the applications of Toad and how like it's a really good option. Like a lot of people, they kind of disregard Toad a lot. Like they think, oh, it's just a really bad counter. Like no, it's first off, it is like guaranteed like 18% off the gate. You jab, you do a 3% jab, you're taking 18%.
Like Toad is throwing spores. He is making it rain out here,
and it kills, and it's gonna kill you. It doesn't have like a set damage on it, you know, like you're just gonna. It takes. It doesn't have like varying damages. It's very set damage, set knockback, set all that.
So we got the run back to Town and City, and as we alluded to at the beginning of Game 2, this stage itself is a very good pick for Peach.
Better for Peach, absolutely.
So like I understand why Nameless had wanted it now, because it did let him secure those kills that he otherwise wouldn't have been able to get, given the percentages. However, now we get to see it more in Player 4's turn, and he's at the very least able to put on some more damage. But I feel like this is going to be much the same to the beginning of the previous two games, where they're both swinging at each other until they have to start respecting each other's space.
Yes. I don't know why he went for that counter in the beginning, because, like, down throw bear is a true combo. So that was very weird.
Get the grab into the bear.
I feel like Nameless is kind of resorting to panic options a bit. Probably a bit too much. Like he'll kind of resort to those like classic Marth, like panic options like counter or just like the mash, or even like at times like just like Dancing Blade, even though like it's not gonna land. Like the Dancing Blade stops working at like a very certain percent. So just kind of like. I guess just like kind of avoid that, especially because Peach is floaty, like that's just not gonna work.
No, yeah, she's gonna pop out of it more evenly. It looks like Nameless
that's just not gonna work. Like I don't, but he is gonna die to the grab very soon.
I'd say about like 10% more. Once,
right there.
Once Player 4 enters the 120% range, especially with like the range that's at hand, like it's that grab.
Ooh, good spacing from there at least. He's gonna try to go for something. I like that. I like that. Oh, you should have just grabbed. Always go for the grab at this percent if you're playing Marth.
I feel like, there he goes.
Yeah, that's the whiff punch. He was running for the grab.
That is the reason why. I feel like that Nameless understands the risk that's at hand, because he's been waiting so much to go for that grab. He finally goes for it, and it was in a questionable situation. But it's
and
all
now
right.
we're at last stock, last game, you know.
We out here trying to figure out who's going to be fighting off against John Numbers in the next set.
Okay. All right, that combo was pretty lit.
The player 4 knows how to cook it up when he needs to. However,
okay, I was expecting a dare right there.
All right. Sneaky play from both players, but quick grab right out of the air is going to allow player 4 to take back control of the stage and trying to dance around at center.
Yeah, now he's just moving. Like, that's it. He knows he's winning, so he doesn't really have to do much.
Oh, yeah, he's scooting around. He's making it look nice. Well, it's these whiffed fairs that are really paying the price for player 4 because each one gives so much time for Nameless to set up some sort of punish. But at these percentages, these punishes can be huge.
Yeah, Nameless is definitely, okay, here we go. Back throw, yep, to set up a turn-up situation to where it would hit. Oh, never mind. I thought he was gonna, okay, wow.
If he turned around and that was Tipper, that really could have been it.
See, now player 4 knows, like, okay, he's, like, actually just, like, occupying space with buttons. I can just walk under that or just dash under that and grab. Like, that's actually, like, what he's doing right now. He's using the float. He's using float movement and float canceling to just move around him completely. I would not go off stage in that match.
That was Nameless.
That's not going to kill. That's not going to kill.
Yeah, Nameless. Oh, but the back air is going to kill. And player 4 gave him the shrug. He gave him the little shrug. They're gonna hug it. All right. That's the secret tech, by the way, for player 4, because you can't play rock paper scissors on a hug.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow.
If you ever notice, like, I'm not just hugging him all the time because he's my boy. It's because I don't want to play rock paper scissors and lose all the time. But nonetheless, very well played from player 4. Kept it cool. Kept it under wraps.
Surprised the fact that didn't kill is really good DI from Nameless, but he just has that problem of mashing. Like,
don't sleep on the Gill Mask. Like, man's really brought the heat in that one.